Welcome to the Lifestyle Medicine Update. I'm Dr. James Meschino. You probably know that certain natural supplements and various foods can modulate immune function, which is normally a good thing. For example, medicinal mushrooms like reishi and shiitake and maitake mushrooms, ingested as food or as extracts, taken as supplements or powdered blends, they can act as biological response modulators. So this means that if the immune system is weak, they can boost the immune system function. But if the immune system is overactive, then they show the potential to help calm it down. Now, one of the unanswered questions that's been around for a long time, really, is whether immune modulating foods and supplements are a good idea for someone who has an autoimmune condition like rheumatoid arthritis or lupus, for instance. In autoimmune disease, the immune system is already overactive and attacking the body's own normal tissues. It can be attacking the joints of the body, or the lungs, or the kidneys, or the liver, producing inflammation and a decline in joint function or organ function that can actually be life-threatening in some cases. So boosting immune function in these cases where there's autoimmune disease seems counterproductive when the immune system is already in an overactive state. However, there are very few reports of dietary supplements or immune modulating foods actually triggering or aggravating autoimmune diseases over the course of the last 20 years. However, in the year 2004, 3 case reports did surface that potentially showed a link between certain immune stimulating herbal supplements and flare-ups of existing autoimmune conditions. So in one report, the very popular immune-stimulating supplement known as echinacea was linked to a flare-up of a very rare autoimmune condition known as pemphigus vulgaris, where the body produces antibodies that cause blistering on the skin and also in the mucous membranes. These blisters can occur in the mouth or in the throat, the eyes, the genitals, and the lungs as well. Now, in another case of pemphigus vulgaris, a flare-up was linked to the ingestion of a very popular supplement and food it's the algae known as Spirulina plantensis. And the ingestion of another type of algae preceded the flare-up of an autoimmune condition known as dermatomyositis, which is characterized by a distinctive skin rash, muscle weakness, inflammatory myopathy, where you get muscles that are very inflamed. Now, in 2018, a review published in the journal Gastroenterology, Medicine and Research linked the development of autoimmune hepatitis, where you get liver inflammation and liver damage, to the intake of some very rare types of herbal agents that I had never heard of before, actually, as well as ephedra. And these agents have been known in the past to induce liver damage. Now, in my own clinical experience, I did encounter a patient whose autoimmune condition flared up shortly after she began taking the herb known as astragalus as a supplement. So astragalus is a known immune-stimulating herb. So I think the take-home message from these case reports is that individuals with known autoimmune conditions need to exercise caution when considering ingesting supplements or foods that have known immune-stimulating properties. Now, at the outset of a cold, many people gobble up echinacea supplements, for instance, to get their immune system to help fight off the virus. Now, for most of us, this might be a very prudent strategy. But for 20% of the population who have an autoimmune disease, it may have the potential to trigger a flare-up of their condition, so you need to be aware of that. The sobering aspect of all of this is that over the last 20 years or so, there have been very few reports of immune-modulating herbs or foods actually triggering or exacerbating an autoimmune condition. So that's quite encouraging if you're a supplement user. These reports are indeed very rare, but I think we should be aware of them. So as always, I've included the references in the text below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.